Hello and welcome to an interview we're doing today with Women in Construction Ireland. My name is Shauna Callaghan and I am joined by Shauna from the LDA. Shauna, do you want to tell us a little about yourself and what you do in the LDA?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Shauna Callaghan. I'm a land development agency. I worked there for over 3.5 years now. Started as an assistant development and was promoted then to development. So essentially what I do is just manage large scale housing projects.
Just manage
But it's the day to day for me, so it's, we live and we breathe this sort of stuff, but ultimately it all feeds into the mission of housing, which is what I'm trying to work there.
Tell me actually a bit about your day to day. Like, what does a day in the life of your job look like?
Yeah, well, it's probably not as glamorous as it is literally managing whatever the project needs to get it from start to finish. Managing design teams, within the agency, it's all heading towards a goal of literally getting, a key in the door. So it is. Yeah.
And this is not. What's your background?
Yeah, so I'm a temp by qualification. I worked in it for a couple of years, but I quickly knew that I wanted a bigger piece of the development puzzle. And then when I had kind of come to learn what the LDA do, I was kind of eager to join the mission. So it's a win-win for me. I get to work in housing delivery, but affordable housing, which is really important.
And going from a bit here. LDA, did your day-to-day change office Monday to Friday and now did it change much?
So the day-to-day changed because I was in the industry. I didn't know a whole lot about it. My brain doesn't back, so I knew what it was about. When I came into development, it was the training wheel. I was soaking it up, but I was exposed to the most amazing industry professionals that we have in our agency, and that kind of helped me to absorb what is going on. And I just absolutely what I did. Yeah.
So that area, so women are set up to help companies support their female employees.
Yes.
So it is not only about getting women in the door, it's a big part of what we do is about keeping in the industry when we get our hands on it. Because we fight so hard to get more women into STEM and into construction, and then we kind of take our foot off the pedal, and like myself, there is a huge cohort that end up leaving, especially when the mothers or parents into the industry.
Like, I mean, that's the old age question, isn't it? Like, I suppose in our agency, we're with males.
Really?
It creates a really nice workplace culture. And I think if you don't have a healthy culture, you're taking male or female. But I suppose one point I'd love to make is men can give women day to day. So I would really like to see that growing leadership equality kind of opportunities that men continue to support women. And if you ask, in my case, if you ask my role model in males, and it's amazing women, but I am really happy to support males. I think that's what we need to focus on, is the positive rather than the negative. Yeah. But I suppose to your point, we need to dive into the research of why women are leaving the industry. I'd love to know those statistics.
So those statistics are available. I've done a bit of research on it, and there's a number of reasons. One of the main reasons is, and I am case in point, is the lack of flexibility. Is that the construction industry, particularly site-based, is starting at 7 o'clock. You don't leave till 6 o'clock. If the job done here, say till 8 o'clock, we're expected to come in early for the property board. That does not go hand in hand with crash drop-offs or doctor's appointments or whatever else there is. So I think that as an industry we need to look at.
Yeah.
And there's never ever going to be a golden answer.
Absolutely, unless we acquire that knowledge to overturn and combat that. But as technology grows and the introductions of MNCs, we're moving to more plant-based manufacturing jobs, and that might create a better, kind of safer environment, more flexible working from home is a game changer, and it's something that I think should stay. And if you were to do surveys, I'd say benefits females with children.
I know myself Thursday and Friday, but you can bet that I get much more done in those when I drop before I pick up than I do in 3 days in the office.
But that's a female mentality, right? So we have this inherent ability as females to just can-do attitude, to just get on with it, make sure we're not standing. work from home privileges are away. What does
We
that
don't survive. Like I said, we have to leave. We have to diversify into something completely different. And I found myself, like, if I am in the office and I have to leave early for whatever reason, I find myself then sitting for 6 hours in the middle of the night on the laptop making up for it because I just have to get it.
And that's fair on your kid. But I suppose in our agency we see men leaving at 4 to 5 rushing to get to crash.
I was going to say it's great, but it's great to see that they're given the opportunity.
Absolutely.
And one of the men said, my son has a football job, so I have to be home time for I love that.
Yes.
I love that you can say that and no one's going to try and say it.
Those things are so important. Work and life don't have to be on opposite ends of your life spectrum. They are intertwined. We only have the life. So if you have a kid who's a football match at 7 o'clock, then you should be there.
And I do think though that maybe the construction industry is a little bit slower to pick up on that work-life balance than other industries because we are so different to other industries as well, particularly our site-based roles.
Yes.
So, like, I'm a maths advocate for 3 days inside the office and 2 days at home. That won't work for an electrician or a plumber or a scaffolder. They can't do 2 days at home. So it's not a one size fits all.
Exactly.
But there is a lot we can do.
Yeah, we need to introduce flexibility. And look, it all goes back to workplace culture. What is acceptable? What policies are in place? And that's why it's so lovely to hear that you're working with companies to review their policies and make sure it's suitable. I think over time, we just all need to make sure that men and women are just driving the step forward and reduce that.
I love what you say about the men. Like, I can scream from the top of the rooftops for the rest of my life, but if the men aren't listening, there's never going to change because they're dominated. And it is primarily men that are making the decisions, so we need to get them on board. And most men that have come across in this journey so far have been absolutely amazing advocates, and that's what we need is to highlight them and get their voice out there as well.
It's twofold. Shine the light on successful women in the industry, but equally they need to have responsibility to share their time with other females and bring them up. And then secondly, it's for the males to kind of step up and be responsible for their part in all of this. And for what I've seen, there's some really good advocates out there, and that needs to be shown.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should be, International Women's Day highlighting the women, I think we should nearly highlight our male allies and what they do for male allies as well. Because I think so many men come up to me, what you're doing is great, but how do I help? I don't cross the line of the women, but I don't want to stand back and do nothing either. So it is about what's the conversation starts after that. Even just aware that this is an issue that yes, have. And I'll finish off with, do you feel as if you're male dominated, but you're not, it's 50-50.
It is. Inside, is entirely dominated.
I do think, and people not in the industry laugh at me when I say this, I do think that you need to have passion for it, regardless of your not going to.
You should always have passion. Yeah, you do, and it comes to come. Those little niggles.
I don't think anybody will survive in this industry if they don't have a passion for it. Exactly. That's why I think it is. Obligation might be a strong word, but you know it is unless you have it. But I liked hearing how you had some
been through my whole career, but I've had the most amazing women as well. So that's
your department. In your department, are you still 50-50 construction?
No, so we're 50-50, I believe, across the scene. It is putting more male dominated in that sector. You know, we all. So I'm the only female in the room. I manage design teams that are predominantly male, and again, it's everyone pulls together and just get the job done. Having a mission to actually deliver houses in a housing crisis, you just have to get on.
I don't think anyone has time to work better man. You just have to get the job.
If you're good at your job and you can do what's needed for you and your company, then
I think that's an important thing. If you're good at your job and you're doing what you need to do, it shouldn't matter what gender you are. You should be able to progress in the career ladder. I hate all these conversations coming in about, well, we need 30% women on our board, so you know by 2030 we're 30%, and you're only going to get that if you put them in the door and train them up. You never give a woman a job with a seat at the table just because she's a woman.
Yes,
that benefits them.
And how you get them to see at the table is leadership opportunities,
career progression.
opportunity, it's programs, it's support, and
Mentoring.
they will
There's like getting them in the door, keeping them, and progressing them.
exactly.
So you need to those 3 points. I think is correct.
And it all goes back to workplace culture, which we started on, and policy in your agency.
It is about starting, I suppose, with these small changes and then implementing changes. Right.
Exactly. Start small, baby steps, but as long as you're progressing in the right direction, look, we've a long way to go.
Oh yeah. I don't think anyone would argue with that.
It sounds like it's easy, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's not. And like what I'm concerned about a lot with your companies is you've got family-owned companies, like one where I'm from, this, so they don't have the funds to learning it. And they had to pay something else, and they can't. So I suppose if there is room for there, maybe with government or CIF or whoever it is, like they need
Talking